Hey guys, we are back. It's our second video prediction for today. And I just have some announcements. So the first is please join our Telegram channel. I keep asking that you join our Telegram channel. And the reason is we've been giving two plus odds in the Telegram channel that win consistently. So when selecting your matches, it helps if you can take into consideration the games from the Telegram channels. It's going to help you win more. And also, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And I think one announcement I want to make is I understand this is not a favorable time period for it's a period marked by huge inconsistencies for everybody. So you win today, you can win 4 days in a row, 5 days in a row, and then you lose 2, 3 days in a row. So what I would advise is don't stick with a lot of money during this period. That's the first one. And the second one is that we are 8 weeks away from serious consistency. So we are 8 weeks away from that period. So what I would encourage you people to do is let's keep patching things up for the period that we are in. It's going to get better. It's really going to get better. So 8 weeks from now, things will start looking up. And the reason is there's going to be more consistency. These teams will be more serious because it's the second half of the season. A lot of them, those fighting relegation, will be serious. Those fighting for the top spot on the table will be a lot more serious than they are now. So take things easy. Don't be too hard on yourself. You might have financial targets by December. Just take it easy with yourself. Whatever you can make between now and December, be happy because this is the period that bookies use for themselves. Because usually the second half of the season, they can't influence much. They can't really buy much from these teams who need the games to finish top to avoid relegation. So it's a difficult period. It's not that the analysis isn't great. You guys have seen everything we do here is data driven. But when match fixing kicks in, when a lack of seriousness, even though they want you to think that the teams are not serious, but it's actually match fixing for most of them. It's teams trying to make money now that they can, you know. So without further ado, let's get straight into the games. We have three matches, and the first game that we have here is Herven, Herven, and Wowwich. Funny names, eh? So when you look at the teams involved, especially the home team, one thing you realize is that this home team is formidable. They haven't lost a single game in their last 5 matches, especially when they've played teams on the same level with Warwick. They don't lose. This away team is on a losing spree. They sit bottom of the table with nothing to show for after a couple of matches. And their standings on the table indicate the fact that this Heroin team is really doing well. So 3 points today will push them very close to the top 8 spots. And that's something that will excite them. The away team, on the other hand, is lying below in the bottom places and really struggling. So the point I'm trying to make is this is going to be an interesting game for the home team. The home team should get the desired results, especially coupled with the fact that head-to-head analysis agrees with the fact that the home team is solid and has had success over time over the away team. So this is a game that the home team should win without difficulty in 90 minutes. And I have watched them play, and I can tell you that this is a serious team. They play with a lot of interest, a lot of determination, because they have something they are fighting for. So I'm going with a draw no bet for Herrington. And the odd for Herrington draw no bet is 1.30. The next game we have here is Kokariki, and it's from the Serbia Superliga. Kokariki and Subatica. So this home team too has been in great form. They've only lost once at home, and it's interesting that we investigate the team they lost to. They lost to TSC. TSC is one of the top teams in the league. Let's check for the position of TSC. So they're a top team in their league. generally speaking, they are at position 10. But I mean, that's because the season is still very early. So, but typically speaking, this is a team that finishes in the top four. So they're a traditional top four, and that explains why they lost that game. And they're playing against Subotica, a team in the relegation places. And we need to check for their head to head. And when you check their head to head analysis, you'll see that this home team always have the upper hand over the away team. Right? They've always been successful over them most of the time. Every single time, actually. So when you look at their last five head to head, and they have never lost to the away team. They have never lost to the away team. And the away team is not in spectacular form. Only one victory in their away game, and it was in a cup competition. That was the only time that they won a game away from home. So they are not as impressive as you would think that they are. So my prediction is simple. Um, I'm going with a draw no bet for the home team. The home team should get the desired result in 90 minutes against this relegation threatened away team. And the odd for a draw no bet for the home team is 1.30. And finally, from the England Championship, we have Sheffield United and Sunderland. So Sheffield United, fantastic team, as you can see. The last time they lost a game was winning the Premier League. So they are newly they were relegated from the Premier League last season, and they want to get back to the Premier League. And they were not really a bad team. I think one of the biggest issues they had was they played a lot of attacking football with very little defense. They were not as defensive as you would expect a Premier League team to be. So they'll go on to score a lot of goals. They also go on to concede a lot. So that was the issue. I think that's why they're having it easy in the championship because most of these teams are teams that they are stronger than. Sunderland too hasn't been poor, so, but I mean you can't really compare the strength of um, a former Premier League team of last season versus a team that has played at championship level for the past how many seasons. So they have drawn three times and won twice. And head to head does favor Sheffield United as a former Premier League team of not too long ago. And the standings is where the whole thing wraps up. So Sheffield United position two, and only the top two teams get to have automatic promotion. And as you can see, if they lose today or drop points, then they could find themselves in a very precarious situation. So they need a positive result today. So it's for this reason that I'm going with a double chance for Sheffield United. So Sheffield should be able to beat Sunderland in 90 minutes. And the odd for a double chance for Sheffield is 1.28. So all these matches put together give you a total of 2.16 odds. And I want to wish you guys the very best. Let's hope for the best today and see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.